My boyfriend pinned me down and screamed in my face when we were playing and I don't even know how to approach the situation. Update, I broke up with him, I'm having a hard time dealing with it, but this isn't my first breakup. I know I'll be okay, and with a new year we will have new experiences. We were together 1 year. Yesterday my boyfriend and I were kinda like picking on each other, almost like light play wrestling. And when I kept grabbing his arms he pinned me down and screamed in my face. After I told him that wasn't okay, he apologized and we kinda laughed it off as just part of the game. Then he did it again and it started a little argument. He ended up hurting my wrist from how hard he kept pushing me into his mattress. I don't know what to do. I really care about him, but all he feels like he should do is avoid seeing me in person for a month. He sounds super serious about how sorry he is, and he even cried when I said it wasn't okay. You don't approach him. You don't go anywhere near him ever again. You dump him over the phone and block him on everything. This is how abuse starts. One incident, where he sees what he can get away with. They always cry and they always say they're sorry. And it always happens again. Don't look back. Break it off now. They cry in order to shift your attention from the abuse that they enacted on you, to comforting them for feeling so guilty. It's just manipulative behavior. He blows up that quickly? Big red flag. I have had issues with him being like that. His whole family calls it anger issues and childhood trauma. The fact that you discussed it, and he still did it again is not okay. My first serious boyfriend would be aggressive then cry when I told him he hurt me but then just do it again. It can end up being a cycle. Take some time apart and think about what you want in a partner and what's best for you. Also, if he needs space, he needs space. The space could help him calm down and learn from his actions, and help you analyze what happened as well without his influence. After I told him that wasn't okay, he apologized and we kinda laughed it off as just part of the game. Then he did it again and it started a little argument. He ended up hurting my wrist from how hard he kept pushing me into his mattress. I really care about him, but all he feels like he should do is avoid seeing me in person for a month. He sounds super serious about how sorry he is, and he even cried when I said it wasn't okay. Question, if he was genuinely sorry, do you think he would have done it a second time after you told him that it wasn't okay? Then he cries afterwards like a scolded child. He wasn't the one who got hurt. You were, so why is he acting like the victim here or feeling he should be the one to set the terms for forgiveness? Him going away for a month? These are huge red flags, and no, childhood trauma doesn't excuse them since he's an adult or at least old enough to know better and get therapy. He's being manipulative with the crying. Don't give in to it. No gift from so when I bought him and his kids gifts. Breakup imminent. I've had great advice and now I've had a few days to process this and it's starting to look like either way, my BF must have done this on purpose, to sort of send me a message he's too chicken shit to say directly to me. He opened his presents from me 3 days before Christmas. He opened them in front of me. His kids even had gifts under the tree from me. So he had some time to reciprocate. We've been together 2 years and have always bought Christmas/B-Day/kids B-Day presents, so this was a bit of a shock. I didn't get anything this time. Not even a Christmas card. I haven't even received a proper thank you from his kids or him on behalf of his kids for their gifts. Tomorrow will be the first time seeing each other since Christmas/day after Christmas morning, and I've had time to further this. I know it's not the gift itself that's important, but the possible message behind what he's trying to send. Would you break up with yourself for this? If so, would you just tell them something to the effect that you don't believe they're invested? Or would you straight up get to the point that they did not bother to get you a gift? Update, he ended up getting me a gift card, and he said he bought my kids some things that are yet to be received in the mail. Supposedly it was ordered already and contained part of my gift, but was stolen. So he ordered replacements. It's okay to want someone who thinks of you. Gotta have standards. If this one fails the test, it's okay to move on. Otherwise you can't expect more. He's set the bar at disrespect, and to expect more later is just setting yourself up for chronic disappointment. I didn't get anything either for the first time in a 3-year relationship. My heart hurts bad still and made me feel like a sack of shit on the actual day. Of course other things have been building up that have been making me feel like he doesn't think about me at all anymore. Know the feeling. Fucking hurts. A breakup was the step I took, and he still doesn't seem phased. Go figure. Unfortunately I have to still live with him until May 2021 due to a lease agreement. I wish I could just go full on no contact. Consider yourself lucky that you can just kick this douche to the curb and focus on you and the people who appreciate you. I 100% know the feeling. So sorry you were going through this. You were awesome for doing what you did. It's a shame your soon-to-be ex is so disrespectful and ungrateful. You're expecting good closure from him. Don't. He'll likely give some weak excuse. Use it as closure for yourself but recognize he may not tell you anything that will make you feel good. I guess the question is, what is your end goal? Do you even want to bother meeting up with him? I do, because this is the type of conversation that needs to be done in person anyway. I'm just wondering how to even bring up the subject and what reason I should give. I'd be a lot more pissed about the ingratitude than the fact I didn't get a gift. That alone would be enough for me to rethink things, but when taken into account with other behaviors, my advice would be a full and frank discussion about what you are and where you're going, and you can make your decision from there. My fiance's best friend's fiancé started begging my fiancé for sex. Update: we talked in great detail. We're fine now. I'm not sure which aspects people want to know, but I own my negative behavior and he agreed to be more stern in setting boundaries. Thanks for your feedback. I'll dive right in. My fiancé and his best friend, who I'll call Liam, have been friends since childhood. Liam and his fiancée, I'll call her Jen, have been together since high school. Fast forward, Jen and Liam got into a physical altercation which led to Liam getting hauled off to jail. Jen calls my fiancé, in tears, saying that Liam punched her in the face. My fiancé is stunned because he claims that Liam doesn't have it in him. Okay. I never really followed up on that because honestly, anytime we go around them they're always drunk and arguing. It's nothing but toxicity and quite frankly, I don't like dealing with them. But whatever, here we go. So, my fiancé's in the shower and his phone wouldn't stop ringing. Of course, I look at it. It's Jen. She proceeds to send a barrage of texts. Why won't you comfort me? I need someone. I thought you were my friend too. Then I decided to scroll back and read previous texts. She had been texting him since Liam's been in jail, begging him for sex. Here's where I get angry. He didn't say I have a fiancé. Stop. He simply suggests talking to someone else and to cheer up. You can get through this. She sends a selfie to which she asks, what do you think? He says you look nice. She sends hearts and kissing emojis, but after that, he says nothing. She starts asking if there's any chance that they could cuddle or potentially fuck. He never says no but just says passive things like I'm busy. Have a good day. I have a lot on my plate right now. Of course, I went nuclear. He was extremely apologetic, sobbed, blocked her on everything. I told Liam when he got out of jail, to which Liam responds that he probably led her on and that we're just jealous of their relationship. Alright bud. On one hand, I'm angry with him. He didn't tell me she was texting him, and instead of blocking her or telling her to fuck off, he entertained her and tried to be a friend knowing what her intentions were. I wanted to end things because I felt like that was deceitful of him to hide that from me, and it made me feel like he had intentions of pursuing her had I not found out. On the other hand, he didn't flirt back or say things that alluded to him wanting her, but he never said no. I have extreme trust issues, so this has put a dent in things. For now, I told him I wanted to take a break and reassess things. I love him. And he reassured me nothing ever happened between them, but now I just doubt everything. I don't know where to go from here. I agree with what others have said in this post. I don't think this was cheating. Your fiancé probably should have told you what was going on, but I suspect that he was just trying to avoid a bigger confrontation between everyone. He likely was trying to be supportive to Jen after she's been physically assaulted by Liam. I would use this as an opportunity to clarify boundaries with your fiancé and maybe even reconsider your friendship with Liam and Jen. This really seems like Jen trying to find a way to get back at Liam by banging your fiancé. He rejected her at every opportunity. He changed the subject, didn't answer, made excuses why he couldn't, and said goodbye. It wasn't a hard no, but this is his longtime friend going through a tough time. He chose to play it different. I can relate. I hate rejecting people, so I do it indirectly in a way. I think your anger is a bigger problem. You went nuclear, as you said. You felt you had to destroy him until he was a pathetic, sobbing mess. You had him apologizing when he did nothing wrong. You shouldn't do that to people you love. I seriously think consoling for your anger and trust issue are in order. I think those issues are clouding your judgment, but they aren't an excuse for behaving like that. They're your issues, not your boyfriend's. A person doesn't hold back on stuff like this unless they are afraid of how you will respond, and, lo and behold, you literally stated you went nuclear. Sounds like this isn't the first time you have gone nuclear on your fiancé, and as a result, he now feels like he can't talk to you. And by flipping out on him yet again, you've just reinforced that he can't be transparent with you. Oh god. It's what my parents used to do. Blow up every time I told them I needed help. Then got mad that I no longer asked for help. All this taught me was to hide things better. If you want someone to be open with you, you have to act in a way that makes them feel like doing so is safe. Calm down. I may not be one to say, but your fiancé might just handle things or see things differently, and clearly he felt bad. Maybe he wanted to be nice so Liam wouldn't be all mad, or maybe he wanted things not to be awkward in case Liam and Jen got back together and Liam invited him over. Or he might just be the type of person who's too nice for their own good. Try and calm down and talk it out with him. He seems like a good man who was just stressed. I mean, his best friend's in jail and his best friend's wife is suddenly coming on to him. That would be stressful to me. Honestly, I hadn't considered that angle. Looking back on it, I never once asked how all of it made him feel. Disappointed face. Take a breath, please. She was literally handing him a free pass to have sex and he politely refused. You're mad because he didn't tell her off or answer using the wording you wanted? She was assaulted by her BF, who is his bestie, and he was trying to be kind. You know the saying, don't kick someone while they're down? He was being polite but still in no way encouraging her or taking her up on her offer. He's a good guy and a solid BF, and you have nothing to be upset about. He didn't do anything. Answering texts he received with kind replies is not cheating. Given how you reacted, I can understand why he didn't tell you. He was already dealing with his best friend being in jail and his best friend's fiancé hitting on him. He had enough on his plate without upsetting you for no reason. He never had any intention of cheating on you, and that's crystal clear. If you want to take a break, by all means, go do that. But think about what you're doing. You may be ruining your own relationship when all he did was be kind to someone who was a fucking mess.